Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my 0 to 3 month old baby essentials that I have narrowed down after having 3 babies. I guess I would say I'm kind of minimalistic. I don't like a lot of clutter. It gives me anxiety, so I try to just have the bare necessities. With my first child, I obviously had like everything there was, and we didn't use like half of it, and it basically was just like a waste of money, and it overwhelmed me. Now that my third child is almost 4 months old, I feel like I have really figured out what is necessary and what is not necessary. There are a lot of things that you can hold off on getting until your baby is older. This is just what I use and what I like. Obviously, you may have a different opinion or a different experience. That is perfectly fine. We are all different, and that's okay. So let's get into it. So let's get into one of the most important topics, and that is diapers and wipes, which you are going to be using forever and ever, it's gonna seem like. But whenever I have a baby, I always use what people give me. I use that first before I buy any. But if you don't have a lot and you need to get out and get some, I really recommend checking out Costco or Sam's. They have a really good fair price on their own brand of diapers, and they are super similar to Pampers and Huggies. I have mentioned one of my favorite apps before called Drop. Thank you for Drop for working with me again. I have shared this before in a video. I truly do use this app all the time whenever I'm shopping. Drop always has really good deals on Walmart, Sam's, other really convenient stores that I always shop with. Sam's Club is one of the ways I get points back through the app by buying diapers. So I really do love their diapers. I brought one in here. This one really looks like and feels like the Pampers diapers, and y'all, a size 2. There are 196 diapers. This was $18. The Pampers box like this is like $40. And you're gonna be getting points back on the Drop app for shopping through the Sam's Club website. Really one of the best deals for diapers out there. So yeah, if you haven't checked out their diapers, give it a try. It's gonna save you a lot of money in the long run. You can use the shop page of the app to stack deals by linking your credit card and earning points, and by using the discounts offered through the app. Make sure to use the link in my description box and the code SIMPLIFIED. This is going to give you a 10,000 point bonus whenever you spend your first 1,000 points in the app. This offer is only available for 1 week, so make sure to take advantage of it while you can. I also buy the wipes from Sam's all the time. However, I'm finishing up fragrance-free ones from Walmart. You know, I really love the Pampers ones. Some people really like the Huggies ones. I just go with fragrance-free whatever they have, because to me it's really not that big a deal. The next category I'm going to touch on is feeding. So you're definitely going to need some sort of bottle, whether you are breastfeeding or formula feeding. If you're breastfeeding, you may not need a bottle yet, but if this is your first time and you've never breastfed, I would recommend buying at least one type of bottle. Don't go buy them all, because your baby might be picky. So don't waste a lot of money on buying bottles, and keep the receipts. But have some sort of bottle you could try out, because if breastfeeding is hard, you can always choose to pump and use a bottle, or if you're formula feeding, you're going to need a bottle too. So very, very important. I always like to have a passy just in case. If you don't want your kids to have a passy, then don't do it, but I don't really care. So some sort of passy. These are like really nice for them whenever they're first born. So yeah, these are the Avent ones. If you think that you're gonna try breastfeeding, go through your insurance to buy a breast pump. I have always just chosen the Medela Pump and Style Advanced. I think those are free, and they really are good, and that's why I bought these bottles, because they match my bottle for my pump. The Dr. Brown's one also will hook up to your pump too, which is really cool. But this time around, since I really needed nothing for this baby, I splurged and bought the LV breast pump. This bag is just from Amazon. I will link everything down below, but I didn't need anything, and this by itself is $500, which I was not gonna pay, but with my insurance it was $250. So I bought this because I work, and whenever I am pumping at work, I would love to be able to walk around my room and get stuff done. And it is convenient to have at home whenever I'm chasing around my other kids, so I just stick this inside. You charge them. There's an app that goes with it. It's Bluetooth, and it tells you on your app how long you've pumped and how much milk there is in there. But you turn it on and you can't hear it either. It's silent. You can probably barely hear it. Anyways, I really do like this. This is not sponsored. This is an honest opinion. This is really helpful if you are busy, and I bought it this time because I knew that 3 was going to be hard. I was still working. This has definitely been a really helpful buy for me. It's not a need or necessity, but I wanted to mention it. Definitely just go for the free pumps on your insurance if you can. But if you have money to splurge, or you were like me and it was your 3rd and you just needed convenience, give it a try. I really do like it. The only thing that I would say is that the suction is not as strong as like my Medela pump. So if you're using that only for pumping, I would probably guess it might make your supply go down over time, because it's not, I feel like it doesn't get the milk out as well as my other one. So I only use it sometimes, maybe like once a day. I would not use that as your only form of pumping. And this has been my go-to for all of my kids. This is just like the manual pump, but I really like to use this when I need to get milk really fast, but I don't want to sit and pump and be tied up. So this is the way cheaper option of this. It's only like 20 or 30 bucks. And you can just get milk out really fast, pour it in a bottle, and you're good to go. I will never not have this. So this is a really good second option. All right, and the only other thing I have for feeding are burp rags, and I just choose to go with like the plain old-fashioned white ones. I love them. They're huge. You can feed like this. You can put them under the baby's neck, kind of like as a bib. If you're nursing, you can put it under you. You can lay on it when you're feeding so you don't leak on the bed. It's really versatile, and I use it to clean my other kids when we're out and about. And they're white, so you can bleach them. That's why I really like them. The colored ones, it just makes me sad when I can't get stains out, but I can bleach the white ones. So that should be it for feeding. I really hope I'm not forgetting anything. Also, if you are breastfeeding, this is really nice to have to hold the baby. You can always just use pillows. You don't have to have something like this, but this is also great to like lay the baby in at first. Just a little place to lay them in. I would not lay them in this like for their only form of sleeping. Like, you should be watching them if you're laying in this. So we can go ahead and move on to sleeping. So sleeping, you're gonna need somewhere for them to sleep. At first, don't be surprised if you are the only way that they want to sleep by you holding them. It's totally normal, okay? They're gonna want to be held at first to sleep, more than likely. All of my kids have been like that. My 3rd one I just had, she was okay with being laid down to sleep, but my first 2, for some reason, they weren't. So I had this with my 2nd. This is the Snuggle Me. It has a cover that goes on it, but I have it in a drawer. But basically, it's just this place where you can lay them down, and it kind of holds them in, and it makes them feel very snug. And my daughter really loved this. It helped her sleep and feel comforted. My daughter Sybil has been a great sleeper, and she wasn't really a fan of this. I didn't really need it. I could just lay her down. Or if you can't get your baby to sleep on their own, this might be helpful too. And the cool thing about this is that you could actually like set it down in a bassinet and like move the bassinet around, or you could lay it next to you in bed. We do co-sleeping here in my house. I am not pushing that on anybody. I'm not saying that you need to do that. You need to do your own research on how you want to do things. Okay, I know that some people don't like it, don't agree with it. It can be dangerous if you're not doing it correctly. So if you do want to do co-sleeping, you need to do your own research on that. That's all I'm gonna say. I always have some sort of sound machine for my kids. This is off of Amazon, like 20 bucks. You can buy them at Target, Walmart, but this I like just to play white noise to help them sleep. Swaddles are really helpful at the beginning, and I love these swaddles that are like this in Velcro. This really helps them sleep at the beginning. They really just want to be tight and cozy, and so this is my favorite. I only have a couple of these. That's really all you're gonna need, but I also like to swaddle them in the muslin swaddles, and they are really huge, lightweight and stretchy blankets. They can also be used as a nursing cover. You can take the opposite ends, tie a knot, and like essentially do it like this, and you have like a nursing cover. You know, use them as a burp rag, whatever. You can lay them on the ground when you want to lay them down. You can lay them on the changing table whenever you're out and about if you don't have something. They're really, really versatile. Again, I really like the white because you can bleach them, but if you're looking for some sort of swaddle blanket, don't go for anything other than this. I am telling you. Trust me, these are the best. They are so long and stretchy, and you really can swaddle them really tight and they don't get out of them. To keep a good swaddle, you need it to be stretchy, so these are really, really important. In terms of taking a bath, you have got to get yourself one of these sponges. It's like a sponge that you can lay in a sink or in the bathtub. You lay the baby on it, just have your warm rag and clean them like this. It's soft to keep them protected from the tub. You can also roll it up and put it in your diaper bag when you're traveling, if you're gonna go stay the night somewhere. This is so, so awesome at the beginning when they are little, because some of the bathtubs are not comfy at all for newborn babies, but this is great. This is like 7 bucks too on Amazon. I like to have a brush. This is really, really soft one. I try to brush their hair every day whenever they're born so they don't get cradle cap. But I really, really like this one. That's it for taking a bath. In terms of baby gear, at first the only thing that I use is a ring sling, some sort of sling to be able to hold the baby. Because if you have other siblings, this is the only way you're going to be able to take care of the other kids and do stuff in your house, unless your baby is just like an amazing sleeper. And 9 times out of 10, you know, babies like to be held, and this makes them feel like they're being held. But you wear it like this and the baby sits here. There are lots of videos on YouTube on how to use this, but you tighten it like this, and then whenever they get older, you can position it a different way and they can sit on your hip, and it helps support them on your hip. So this is really, really great. I've used this so much. Around 2 months is whenever I would let them sit in something like this, just to be able to look around and see things. This is one of my kids' favorites. All of them have liked this. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is clothes. And my biggest tip is, if you can, to save money, I buy clothes secondhand most of the time. Whenever they are newborn, I do buy new clothes, but I don't try to buy a lot because they're not going to be in the newborn size very long unless they were very little when they're born. So I try to keep it really simple, and I buy sleepers like this with the feet, the zip ones. You don't want to be snapping buttons in the middle of the night. These are really, really great. I don't buy socks or mittens. I don't think that they're needed or important. So this, like, who wants to be trying to find a sock? Nobody. These are really, really great. However, I really have only had summer babies, so mine don't stay in these long because it's hot here in Texas. Other than that, I just buy basic onesies. I try to keep the color scheme very like simple so that everything kind of matches, and I will maybe buy a few pants. It depends. You know, summer babies, I don't even buy these because it's hot. And then the last thing, or my absolute favorite, it doesn't matter the time of year, at night they sleep in little baby gowns to be able to keep their feet warm, but they're easy to change a diaper in the middle of the night. Gowns are my favorite. I like them more than sleepers, just to be honest. I try to buy my clothes secondhand, or people give them to me, but it really does help save money. Just remember that your kids are not in them long, so don't spend a ton of money if you don't have to, because, and actually you don't have to. They're not going to be in them long, so don't waste a lot of money on the clothes that they wear. And chances are the clothes that they are going to be in, they are going to get stains and probably ruin them. So you don't want to spend a lot of money on things that you're going to be throwing away or getting rid of whenever they're done. Besides a car seat and maybe a stroller if you would like one, that is about it. You really don't need a lot. They want you, they want to be fed, they need somewhere to sleep, they need diapers and wipes. Really, that's it. Try not to get overwhelmed by everything out there on registries, on social media, what everybody has. You're not going to need a lot, I promise you, and you can do it. It's going to be a little hard at first to figure out what you're doing, but we've all been there and you can do it too. Make sure to check out the other videos on my baby playlist. I had a similar video about packing a hospital bag that might be of interest to you, trying to pack minimally. So give those a watch if you would like, but I will see y'all again next time. Everybody, don't forget to check out the drop code down below to get you some deals and some points and potentially some money back. I will see y'all again next time. Bye everybody.